What's going on, people? Welcome back to League M for another match review. This time, Chelsea 6, Everton 0. I'm happy that we managed to get with this result. I'm happy that we actually managed to do what the fans have been crying out for pretty much the whole season. We were ruthless. We were not stepping off, as it was always the norm this season. This time we actually had our foot on the gas. We were controlling the game for most parts, and granted, we didn't really have to do much. Everton just sort of allowed us. That I'm not going to deny, but the fact that we did speaks volumes to how the players really wanted to show out on Monday night. I want to get into the game immediately. The first half started out with both teams looking to get going, get something done, try to get on the score sheet as early as possible. Those first few minutes were actually a bit chaotic. We're trying to just get a foothold into the game, and Everton, whenever they got on the ball, they were just looking to do something, make things happen. Everton could have scored first in those 10 minutes. They were actually the closest to scoring at the time. The thing about Everton, they will get that ball into the box when they can, and any good connection from Beto at that moment would have been 1-0 down within 10 minutes. But not very long after that, it was actually us who registered first blood. Who else would it be other than Cole Palmer getting on the score sheet? What a goal that was. Started with Palmer nutmegging Branthwaite, linking up with Jackson and finishing it off with a nice cold finish into the bottom corner of the net. That was a great goal. That was a well-worked goal. And Cole Palmer, leave him alone. Leave him alone. That kid is something. How he managed to sign that every time he performs, I really think, City could have, especially the way they are now, they could have done with him. They could have honestly done with him. Mere moments later, the same man spurs a great chance that was more than a sitter. It was actually just waiting for a more weighted touch to guide the ball into the net. But he managed to make up for it in a similar situation. With a couple of good plays, we managed to bypass their defense for the ball to be squared in for Palmer to just head it into an open net. And then after a couple of good plays later, Palmer again capitalizing on a mistake from Jordan Pickford, and Pickford's off his line. He just lobs the ball over the goalkeeper into the net with his right foot, unbalanced. What more can you ask for? It was a perfect hat trick, and all of that done within 30 minutes. If you still think he's a pen merchant, then I don't know, maybe you can't be saved. And since then, there hasn't been any highlights. We were looking to get something going and making things happen. Noni and Jackson really wanted to get on the score sheet today, and Jackson eventually got his goal just before halftime, coming from a cross from Kukurea. The great first touch from him and a great finish. That was a good goal. That really reminded me of a certain African striker that used to be in our books. Now we're 4-0 up and we're cruising, just playing the ball around, trying to maybe fashion some openings. Everton would get the ball from time to time, and when they would get the ball, they would always try to make things happen very quickly. They created a couple of good chances whenever they got forward. Dwight McNeil was spamming in those crosses. Those are great crosses, great deliveries. It's just that no one was getting on the end of them. And in the second half, we were controlling the game for a good period. We were trying to get things going, making things happen. And there was a chance that we had in the early stages of the second half where we had the ball on the break, Callum Mudryk driving with the ball, seeing the movement from Cole Palmer into the box, plays a pass that breaks the lines, and was a great opportunity for Palmer to get on the score sheet again, and he just kicks it straight to the goalkeeper. I really think that if there was any elevation on that shot, it would have been a goal. But that was a good play. There was good vision from Mudryk. And soon after that, we had another good one with some good combination play on the right-hand side. Gusto played in a brilliant cross that Jackson couldn't reach. Pickford actually got to it first, and he just parried straight to his defender and could have went anywhere from there. We've been applying pressure in the second half, which is very much uncharacteristic for this Chelsea side under Mauricio Pochettino. We actually maintained pressure, and Everton eventually buckled under that pressure, conceding a penalty. And then there was a situation. Madueke and Nicholas Jackson arguing over who should take the penalty, which was silly and embarrassing. Embarrassing the institution, embarrassing themselves. I really don't understand why the law was not yet laid down with these guys. Maybe Madueke felt like he was the one who was being impeded, so he wanted to take the responsibility, given that we were 4-0 up already. These players want to score. They want to, also build on their confidence as well, which I get. But, whenever there's a pressure penalty that needs to be taken, I haven't seen anyone fight to take that responsibility. You check. So it was really weird that happened. But at the same time, I also understand. But I feel like as long as Cole Palmer is on the pitch, he's been our penalty taker. He should take the penalties unless he says otherwise, unless he, delegates responsibility. I actually want to give a shout out to Gallagher for, showing some captaincy, showing good leadership in that situation, diffusing it, and hopefully now, the law will be laid down and a hierarchy will be established. Also, I feel like, the man is in a golden boot race. It's good for him, it's good for the club as well that we'll have someone who is fighting for the golden boot if he gets the golden boot. Also, we are coming for that golden boot. So Palmer takes responsibility and he scores, obviously. Not much happens until the final minutes of the game. Some subs are made. Alfie Gilchrist came on. Ben Chilwell came on. Mukani Chukwemeka had come on. Coming to the end of the game, Alfie Gilchrist has also opened his Chelsea account, scoring very emphatically from a rebound, the initial shot made by Ben Chilwell, and the celebration was just amazing to see. Happy for the boy. Just as good a time as any to score your first Chelsea goal, and the celebrations, you could see how much it meant to him. Very happy for him. And yeah, great day at the office. Did what we had to do, and we did it the best way possible, and hopefully we can play with the same intensity as we did on Monday night. Next we have Manchester City in the FA Cup. The preview is going to it's coming. And after that we have Arsenal in the league. So yeah, we're definitely gonna need that intensity. I really thought we played a good game. Cole Palmer, I'm not going to talk about Cole Palmer now. Let's talk about the other people who actually had great games. Moises Caicedo, I think, had a great game. He was very massive. Conor Gallagher had a good game. I think Madueke, as much as I'm angry at him for both him and Jackson for what happened. It really, that moment from them, it really turned what would have been a positive to a huge negative. It still left like a huge sour taste in my mouth. Hopefully they'll be more disciplined going forward. Really think our back line as well, they weren't really under fire that much. Gusto obviously had a good game. Petrovic had a good game. And yeah, it was really great games all around. But, some players need to do better. I think Modric, as much as he didn't have a bad game as such, he needs to build more now on a more consistent basis. And I think he can only get that when he gets a run of games. You understand? Yeah, man, just good game all around. Anyways, that's it for this video. I'd like to hear your thoughts on the game in the comment section below, and please do not forget to like, share and subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Keep it M.